Dr. Kemi Olunoye, for the past 3 weeks, I've been telling the story of my life. A lot of my stories are very emotional, very sad. I went through everything, and nobody's going to tell you that none of these things happen. Okay, anyone that has tried to tell you have antagonized them. There's more coming. I just want to give you a quick update about Mohbad's case. Now, as you know, I closed Mohbad's case, I solved the case, and the police has refused to incorporate my findings towards what they claim they're doing as an investigation. Now, the people that started Mohbad's case are not the same people. Okay, they're working on it now. There's a lot of issues, and the update I have is two. Now, first of all, in October of 2024, the DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions, announced that they will give us the autopsy and toxicology test they took to America. They'll give us that soon. Now, this is October. November, nothing. December, nothing. January, nothing. February, nothing. March, they announced that they're going to release Mohbad's American toxicology test, which they tried to release last year around this time with Cable NG, and I told you on Daddy Freeze that this is fake. I mean, it's like they're paying media to put fake stuff out. I don't know what's going on, but look, the announcement in October did not net anything. November, December, January, February, March. Almost 6 months later, in March, they announced that they're going to give us the results to Mohbad's American toxicology test, his autopsy, and what killed him on April 11th. That's the date they gave us, April 11th. On Friday, April 11th, I waited and waited and waited. There was nothing. No announcement, nothing. And a lot of journalists didn't pay attention. Why is Lagos State government delaying all the pertinent information for Mohbad? I mean, their godfathers who are in this case, there's a lot of powerful people. The second update I want to give you is that OG has reportedly fled Nigeria with his wife and children. He has moved his entire family out of Nigeria to South Africa because the leak that he gave added some threats to him, perceived threats. They were threatening him. These people are very powerful. If I tell you who's behind this case, these people are so powerful that you can see many people didn't get involved. So OG has left Nigeria, from what I'm hearing now, that he's moved his wife and his children. He leaked some very pertinent information about Wumi. And I wasn't surprised because there's 15 of them in the house, which he said in the leak. And I interviewed 5 of them. I know what's going on. I knew what I was doing. So you can't come and say that she's innocent. She got away with murder. That's what it is. Okay? A fight ensued in the car. It dragged into the house. Violence started. Look at her forehead on the day of the funeral now. It was like 6 or 7 bruises, bumps on her forehead. At the end of the day, Mohbad got stabbed by a piece of the railing in the house. He started bleeding profusely. They were calling nurses and doing this and doing that. At the end of the day, there's a lot of cover-ups. And Yabo just shielded her quite a lot. Many of her posts on social media was Yabo that was actually running those. I don't want to go into the Yabo part. I'm just letting you know that gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá ṣe fún ọmọ nìkejì yín ló máa padà sí yín. Okay? Ẹ̀yin ṣèyàwó ìyàwó mẹ́jọ lẹ ṣe fọ́mọ tiyín. Ìyábọ̀ ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé with 8 wedding celebrations tó ṣe fún Priscilla, the 8th one is coming in Tanzania on May 28th, like you said. Tí irú nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Festus, ó ní jókòó. Ìyábọ̀ ó ní jókòó lásán o. Ó máa fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Ẹ wá shield Wunmi to the point pé ó ti di family yín sìn. Liam won wedding party. I even saw this little boy holding a glass of something in a wine glass. It's like Eronu Dadao, because karma is a bitch. The way karma comes in, it's very bad. Gbogbo owó tẹ́ pa lórí ọmọ yìí. Gbogbo owó tẹ́ pa lórí Mohbad. Gbogbo GoFundMe, gbogbo everything. Ẹ ṣe ìyàwó ẹ náwó ẹ ṣe gbogbo ẹ. Ẹ ronú yín dáadáa o. Èmi sọ fún yín sìn. And I tend to see things into the far, and I'm not a prophet or anything. It's just the analysis of news and how things happen. Now, OG has left with his wife and children. If you guys don't know OG is the driver. He was the one that drove the car when they were coming from the concert. He was also the one that drove the car when Mohbad's body was like half dead inside the car. Remember that car? And that it was, some guys were crying in the front. He was the driver of that one too. Now he's being threatened. You know, he's a very key witness, very important key witness at that inquest, and he didn't show up twice. You know, because the driver, every time they said the driver didn't show up twice, he said he's been threatened. He said his family has been threatened. So he moved to South Africa. He gave a huge leak. Okay, and they think he has a footage of when Wumi was actually killing Mohbad. Oh God, I'm telling you, this is a manslaughter, and people are saying, Yomi Fabi said it's not manslaughter, it's murder. I'm even giving him manslaughter. I've told Wumi 7 times or 9 times to go and surrender herself for manslaughter and do 3 years in prison or whatnot. But okay, they're still protecting her. Some higher ups in the Nigerian government, and her mother is a top cop. Okay, retired top cop. Emiti Sotemi. I'm not going to say anymore. I just want to update you guys about that. On April 11, nothing happened. OG has left the country.